13 disgusting foods you should never eat. Number 13. Hakar. This is a national dish of Iceland. It roughly translates from Icelandic to English as fermented shark. To prepare this dish, you begin by gutting a Greenland shark. Then you place it into a shallow pit and cover it with sand, gravel, and stones, leaving it there for around 6 to 12 weeks, depending on the season. Then you dig it up, cut it into strips, and dry the meat for several more months. And then it's ready to eat. People who are trying this food for the first time are advised to pinch their nose whilst taking the first bite, as apparently the smell is very overwhelming, often making people gag and sometimes even vomit. Number 12. Haggis. Haggis is a much loved Scottish treat, made from minced sheep's liver, lungs and heart, and cooked with onions, butter and oatmeal. The ingredients are then stuffed inside of a cooked sheep's stomach and served for people to eat. It may look like a disgusting food to you and I, but the people of Scotland seem to love it. Number 11. Fried tarantulas. Tarantulas are large, hairy, exotic, and utterly frightening for those that suffer from arachnophobia. But in Cambodia, the people have learned to love them, or at least to love their taste. It's believed that Cambodians started eating tarantulas out of desperation during the years of KHMER ROUGE rule, when food supplies were short. And after that, tarantulas just became a popular snack to eat. If you visit Cambodia today, you'll most likely find tarantulas for sale, often deep fried and then seasoned. They're said to taste like a cross between chicken and crab, with a distinct, crispy exterior and soft center. Would you ever try tarantula if someone offered it to you? Vote in the poll now. Number 10. Ant eggs. Have you ever wondered what an ant egg tastes like? No? Well, if you ever do want to know, then you should probably head to Southeast Asia, to places like Laos and northeastern Thailand, where you'll be able to find ant eggs in a variety of dishes. Red ant eggs are typically cooked and served as part of a spicy salad, and they taste fatty with a hint of sweetness. Whereas white ant eggs are commonly served up alongside partial ant embryos as a soup that tastes sour, sharp, and a little bit like shrimp. If you're enjoying the video, please consider tapping that like button. It really helps out the channel when you do so. Number 9. KHMER is a Sardinian delicacy whose name literally translates to rotten or putrid cheese. This cheese hides a hidden ingredient: maggots. Thousands of live maggots make this cheese special. To create it, farmers start with sheep's milk and then create a pecorino cheese from it. This cheese is then left out for flies to lay their eggs into. Once the eggs have hatched, thousands of larvae are left inside the cheese for 2 to 3 months. These maggots then eat the cheese and poop it out again, ultimately transforming this pecorino cheese into KHMER. It's common for locals to actually eat this cheese with all the maggots still alive inside. Although recently it's become illegal to sell KHMER to the public, because reportedly there is a chance some of the maggots can remain alive inside of you after you eat this cheese. Comment below if you would or wouldn't eat this cheese if someone offered it to you. I can't wait to read your replies. Personally, I think the live maggots is just a step too far, but let me know in the comments if you would eat this food. Number 8. Huitlacoche, or also known as corn smut, is a plant disease found in corn that is caused by a pathogenic fungus. The fungus infects the corn plants and then causes the corn to swell with strange, almost alien-like growths. Most people would look at this diseased plant and simply dispose of it. But ancient Aztecs from Mexico had a different idea. They started to eat it, and the tradition has held strong over time, as many people throughout Mexico still eat huitlacoche today, and it is considered a real delicacy to some. Would you ever eat this food if someone offered it to you? Vote in the poll now. Number 7. Jellied moose nose. This is certainly one of the weirder foods that can be found on this list. Jellied moose nose is considered a real treat and delicacy by some indigenous communities in Canada. And for those of you that are curious, here is how you might go about making it. First, you've got to acquire a moose's nose from somewhere. Now you should remove all of its fur. The easiest way to do this is by boiling it and then peeling the skin off. Then you should slice the nose into a pan and let it simmer with some oil or fat. Now add onion, garlic, and some spices. Things like cinnamon, cloves, allspice, and mustard go well with moose nose, apparently. At this point, you can add other bits of moose meat if you like. Ears and lips are traditionally popular. Now take the mixture off the heat and let it cool down. Add the mixture to a loaf pan and cover with broth. Place this into a refrigerator so it can solidify into a jelly. And now you can enjoy your own homemade jellied moose nose. Number 6. Century egg. Century eggs are a Chinese delicacy made by preserving a duck, chicken, or quail egg in a mixture of clay, ash, and salt, leaving it there for several months. During this time of preservation, the yolk becomes a dark grey colour with a creamy consistency and a very strong smell. The egg white turns into a dark brown, translucent jelly with a distinct salty flavour. Despite effectively being a rotten egg, it's apparently quite popular. So if any of you out there have tried a century egg, let us know in the comments what they taste like. Number 5. Locusts. Have you ever wanted to try a locust? Well, you'll be happy to know many places around the world consider locusts to be a delicacy. Despite looking rather gruesome, many people report locusts are actually quite tasty, especially when deep fried and covered in chocolate. Who knows? In the future, we all could be eating locusts. Number 4. Calipash. This is a traditional slow-cooked dish containing the entire head and hooves of a sheep. It's commonly served in places like Afghanistan, Azerbaijan, Bulgaria, Iran, Iraq, Mongolia, and many other places. Apparently, it is regarded as quite the tasty delicacy, although I think finding an entire boiled sheep's head in my soup might be a step too far. Anyone out there that has tried this, let us know in the comments what it tastes like, and if it's as disgusting as it looks. Who knows, it could be really tasty. Number 3. Balut. This is a commonly sold street food from the Philippines. Balut is a fertilized egg, usually from a duck, that has been incubated for a period of 14 to 21 days. It's then boiled or steamed alive and then often eaten straight from the shell. Some people like to tap a hole in the shell and suck out all the liquids inside first. Balut is typically seasoned with salt, chili and vinegar, and then eaten whole. Feathers, bones, and all. Number 2. Shirako, or sometimes known as millet. You will be truly disgusted when you find out what this white, blobby pile of food is. In Japanese, shirako roughly translates to white children, which might give you a clue about what it is. There's no easy way to say this, but shirako is the sperm sac of a fish. Typically, in Japanese cuisine, it comes from cod, anglerfish, salmon, squid, or pufferfish. Shirako is considered a true delicacy and reportedly tastes like a sweet, fishy custard. Would you try shirako if someone offered it to you? Vote in the poll now. Number 1. Bat soup. Yes, you heard me correctly. In certain parts of Asia, you can find bat soup on the menu. As the name suggests, it's literally just a soup made by boiling a whole bat up with other ingredients and then eating it. Although anyone thinking of trying this food should be aware that bats are notorious disease carriers, so having this for your dinner might not be the wisest of decisions. Comment down below which food you found the most disgusting on this list. I can't wait to read your replies. Subscribe to EatMyClick for more videos about food. Just go down there and tap that subscribe button and turn on notifications. And here is the next video for you to watch. 10 foods you should never eat.